pack mule status activated.
We are packed for the day, and our goal is to make it all the way to the furthest north point of the island, then to a beach that may or may not have turtles, then to an abandoned airstrip, and then to a waterfall. Ambitious, but it is a small island, so it's possible.
There's a smiley girl. Ready for a road trip?
And so we were off through the beautiful Grenadian countryside to our first stop, the Welcome Stone Lookout. The stone marks the island's first landing by European explorers in 1498 and is meant to symbolize Grenada's warm hospitality to visitors, which we can personally attest to. Once we finally arrived at the trailhead, it took our little Toyota 3 tries to make it up this hill. Then we hiked down this slightly overgrown but lovely path where we even saw our carpenter's bird's nest and eventually arrived at this breathtaking view, which also served as our preview of our next stop. After a quick hike back, we were back on the road, which was sometimes paved and sometimes not, until we soon reached Levera Beach. And wow. Now, we didn't spot any sea turtles this time, but it was worth the drive just to experience this deserted paradise and sneak a peek at the funny-shaped Sugarloaf Island.
Well, it's a little windy, so we're gonna go to the beach that's a little more protected.
Just around the corner from Levera Beach is Bathway Beach, where a natural rock shelf normally creates a nice ocean swimming pool protected from the Atlantic currents. Unfortunately, the conditions on this day made it too rough for swimming, but we ventured in to dip our toes in the waves anyway.
Pretty aggressive?
Well, we got wet.
Yay! We're all now drenched, especially Luna, who's very happy about it.
This beach is set up with plenty of picnic tables and shade provided by the sea grape and palm trees lining the shore. We brought some leftovers for lunch, and Luna was happy to show off her new skill of slurping up spaghetti. It's so fun to watch her personality start to come out, and we feel very lucky to be able to spend so much time with her exploring this beautiful island. After lunch, we waved goodbye to the beach and set out down the eastern side of Grenada toward our next destination. The winding roads kept us entertained with brightly colored houses, lush greenery, and smiling locals who made us feel safe and welcome in these areas less traveled by tourists. We were impressed by the architecture of the churches we passed and endlessly amused by every sighting of a road goat or a road cow that we spotted, becoming joyfully unprepared for the eeriness of where we were about to arrive. Pearls Airport was Grenada's first airport, constructed in 1943 and used by the British Allies during World War II. While it's been decommissioned for 4 decades, the locals are said to still host drag races along the barrel-lined airstrip. Steps from the runway lie the carcasses of 2 planes. They were the only 2 planes at Pearls when the US invaded Grenada on October 25, 1983. The biplane had been a gift from the Soviet Union, and the Cuban airliner had unluckily just landed the day prior and had not yet had a chance to leave. Both remain here, frozen in time, gutted for parts and reclaimed by nature. While there's not much to see here, there's also so much to see here, and this was definitely a highlight of our road trip.
A little bit of elbow grease and we could get this thing airworthy again, I bet. It's like fossilized wood.
Before long, we were back on the road, this time cutting across the island, up the mountains, and into the rainforest. As we approached our final and most anticipated destination, we realized that Luna had fallen asleep, leading us to cut the trip short and head straight home. But the next morning, we returned to the rainforest to finally visit the famous Annandale Waterfall, where Luna got to meet her first monkey, but proved to be completely uninterested in him. His name is Aries, and he was a very friendly little dude who was most interested in the contents of Calvin's purse. Annandale Waterfall stands at 30 feet tall and offers a delightfully refreshing swim in its cold pool. It is clear why this is a popular stop for tourists and cruise ship visitors alike. Luckily, we visited mid-morning on a weekday and ended up having the place almost completely to ourselves. Well, that was amazing. I'm so glad that we came back and did this.
100%. That was so worth it.
It's so far my favorite thing that we've done here in Grenada. But that's only because we haven't gone sailing yet. Our next road trip was to celebrate my birthday, and while it started out as a beautiful sunny day, by the time we reached the rainforest, the sky had turned gray and the rain started coming down. Our first stop was another waterfall, and this time one with a more significant hike. The few locals at the trailhead said we were crazy to attempt this hike in these conditions and with a baby at that. But we were determined. The Seven Sisters Waterfall Trail takes hikers to 7 waterfalls, the first 2 being the closest at only about a 20-minute hike down. Like most visitors, we were only planning to go for the first set of waterfalls, but maybe one day when Luna's older, we'll come back and see the rest. The hike was muddy but manageable, and as you can see, Calvin did it wearing Crocs.
I guess we walk across the river here.
He made that look effortless! Wow, that was so cool!
I feel so alive. This water is so fresh.
What an absolute dream. This is probably my best birthday ever. Officially no longer raining either, which is pretty awesome because I think that our next stop is going to be a beach. Time to get our sweat on. The way back does require some breaks, but I am so thankful that it's overcast and is truly 10 degrees cooler than it would be otherwise.
That's got to be the 4th or the 5th shoe sole that we've seen. Really got to wonder what people do when they lose the sole of their shoe. This hike would be impossible barefoot. That was incredible.
All right, so some stats about this. Mind you, we came on a rainy day. Intensity of the hike.
I would say maybe a 7. If it's slippery, it's quite
Yeah.
technical.
The scenicness of the waterfall.
10 out of 10.
The swim,
Incredible.
9 out of 10. A little rough, but that was fun. We have arrived at Sagesse Beach.
Look who it is.
Yes. The floor is yours.
It's just a really beautiful giant king palm.
Never met a palm he didn't like.
Thanks for watching our video this week. We hope you enjoyed it. Some news from the channel. We actually just reached 100 subscribers this week.
If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like. We hear that it helps convince the algorithm to show our video to more people. And drop a comment below. What was your favorite part of the video? And if you're from Grenada, is there anything else that we should check out?
If you're new here, tell us a bit about yourself. We're so curious who's watching our videos and what you think about them. Make sure you stick around for the next couple of videos, as we're going to get into some boat jobs to get the boat ready for us to move aboard.
And in a few weeks, we're gonna do a full boat tour walkthrough of our new home. We're really excited to share that with you. So make sure you're subscribed so that you don't miss it. Thanks!
See you later.